Hi guys, this is the dryer that I've had for about 3 months now, and I've been meaning to do a video of it. It is a Bauknecht TKR 5970 Dynamic Sense Tumble Dryer Condenser, and you're watching Florence Ballard A3060 on film. Florence Ballard A3060. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is Florence Ballard A3060 here, and I hope you enjoy what we've got in stock for today's video. So I got this literally on the first day I moved here. First full day here, went out and got it nearby, only for about £30. Only problem it has is that the heat exchanger at the bottom, that part of the condenser leaks a little, so I need to put a new seal around that. But apart from that, she's absolutely flawless. A little bit yellowed. I didn't even know we had these over because if you can see something about this, we've got British text on the front, or English text. For those who know, Bauknecht or Bauknecht, however you pronounce it, Bauknecht I would say, they are part of Whirlpool, and they are German now. Well, I think Whirlpool's Italian, but yeah, so this went with the Dynamic Sense Fuzzy Logics, like the Symphony, the Dolphin, like WA 1200 star wash machines out in Germany. Oh, absolutely love one of those, but nevertheless, you know, not available here. But this was, I've seen a couple of these pop up. I've seen the Whirlpool ones, and I thought it was nearby for £30. I needed a dryer in this place because otherwise I was relying on that bloody Indesit, and that thing took like 2 hours to dry a load of towels. Got this, I think it's a 6 kilo, or it says 5, I think, but the drum is obviously with tumble dryers, they're massive, so you get quite a lot in there. So I thought I'd do a little demo because people like Ben, Mrs. Zanussi Guy 1600, and a few others of you have asked about this machine, and I'll be like, oh, I'll do a video. Never got around to doing it. This was originally in the sitting room. I've originally stacked on top of where the Indesit is now sitting, so where the dishwasher is was sat next to there. You've seen it pop up in a couple of videos I've done, but yeah, so I thought I'd film it finally. We got loads of programs to choose from on here. So, for instance, I've got to be so bloody careful I don't move my camera that way because there's a machine there that I can't reveal. But they'll be coming up very shortly when I reveal them. So, it lights up, and I think one thing you'll notice, we have a drum light. So I did replace the bulb in this as well. So, extra dry cottons. That is like the driest setting, so that's like bone dry, you know, bone dry desert sand dry. Cupboard extra dry, that's basically like your extra, it's cupboard dry and then a little bit more, goes for about sort of, I think, 10-15 minutes more. Cupboard dry is obviously your standard setting. Oh, don't tell me the bulb has blown itself already. It's just stopped coming on. Cupboard dry, yep, that's your cupboard dry setting. Easy iron, so it'd be like your iron dry effectively, and then damp dry, and then you've got airing, so that's like a cool tumble, and then you've got time dry for 60, 50, 40, 30 and 20 minutes, all with a 10-minute cool down at the end. Delicate dry, I've not used that one yet. Then you're on to synthetic, so that uses like half heat, that'll be. So you've got easy iron, cupboard dry and cupboard extra dry. I can't believe it's just blown its bulb. Onto the option. So if you know the washing machines very well, it follows the same sequence as having, you know, the same dials and everything. People like Matura Sigma have got one of these. I think he's got one stacked on top of a Bauknecht Fuzzy Logic or so. But you got your options here, so you can switch. Oh no, light went into standby. Phew, I was gonna say. So you can actually switch the light on and off. I like doing that while the machine's on. So you've got your light, you've got your reduced ironing, so that would be like less heat essentially, I think, or longer cooldown maybe. Buzzer, I haven't enabled the buzzer yet, but we should for this one. I'll enable it. You got your rapid dry. I don't know if that probably just, I don't know, I've never tried that one. Extra heat, I always use it. It uses the full power, and then gentle would be probably, might be more reversing, I think, for that one. Maybe that's what reduced ironing is. We do reverse for like 5 seconds, but it works. And then you've got your start delay. I've never used that. Again, it's like your washing machines. How much can we go up to? 9 hours, I think we can do. Yeah, because it's a single digit display. And you start pause, and then Here is your condenser. It swings out like that. Holds quite a bit in there. But yeah, it's a fantastic dryer. I think Washing Central, Matthew is taking it after me. He's already taken that Pro line off me that we got working. So yeah, we'll see what we can do. Got 2 blankets, a Virgin Atlantic blanket and a Wednesday blanket. Of course, it's me. Wednesday's going to pop up in there. So let's get it loaded and we'll do this on Cotton's Cupboard Dry. So these literally just came out of the Hoover 6 on a 60 cycle. There's all the motors down there. Again, I can't turn the camera that way because there's a machine there that I can't reveal. Right, so when you open and you turn that, you have your light comes on. So just throw one in, and then there's your filter down here. I was a bit naughty with this dryer because I didn't really clean it out much. A Virgin Atlantic blanket I got from a charity shop, and it's been meaning to have a wash. So look, they look lost in there. It's massive, this dryer. So close the door, nice square door with a window. So the light stays on for about 20 seconds. So I'm going to turn that around to cupboard dry, and I will use the extra heat function because I love using that. And I'll position the camera better. That's good enough. We'll have the buzzer on. Light is on. And I'll turn the light off so we can have some ambient drying. So it rattles a little bit when you start, but it heats up. It's not like the Zanussi Lindo. This heats up immediately as you hit the button. So there's no time wasted. Good sensor dryer though. It's pretty accurate with the drying. Sometimes there are things that don't, like you have to give it an extra 10 minutes, but it does well. It's really good with bedding as well. There's giant paddles in there, do really well with bedding, so I just keep that on. But actually I'll it's a bit like the Fisher and Paykel. If you keep hitting the button, it will enable the lights. And the dryer lights up in stages. Actually, zoom out if I can. That's your reversing. Do that so you can see in. So there you go. Because what I want to show is how this will progress as time goes on. I might just leave it till the full cycle, to be fair, because Jesus. Do is we light up in stages as we go along. So you've got iron dry, normal, and then extra dry, so you're doing cupboard extra, but I'll go to normal, then we have a 10-minute cool down. Then afterwards the machine tumbles and does the anti-tangle for about like, a bit like what Miele's do, about half an hour or so of tumbling, and then the dryer just shuts itself off. So it's really good that overnight, if I leave this drying before I go to bed, I know the machine will stop and then just do the anti-tangle overnight and shut itself off. It's really good. It's done well. Go. So there's your reverse. So reverse is quite frequently. Hang on, let me turn the light off outside because it might help. Not really, but you can get the gist. Try and use it as ASMR. Might hear the pump on the dryer coming on now and again because that happens too. so scared out of my camera there because I've got a machine right next to it. Like, yeah. Well, you guys help push it up to 9,000. Nothing revealed before you know it. There's the pump if you can hear that. When you have a particularly large load in there, it will just say drying, and it won't even register the level for about like 10-15 minutes. The other night I had a large dark load in here from, I think it was the Indesit I had, and it done well, but also low, 1100 RPM for like 5 minutes, but it done well. But I now keep the dryer in here because it's just better to have everything in one room. The condenser leaks slightly, so I'd rather it leak into the carpet and that dry up rather than onto the hard floor. I don't know if I've mentioned that I've got a Vax 111, but I need some more tools for it. So once I acquire that, I've got some carpets that need shampooing that I might do. I might just do a carpet in here. So look, so the reverse is quick, but it's effective. I may be getting a small compact Electra dryer, so Electra 265 I think it is, just to have something quick to play around with. It's like £20 for it, so I might get it and just see if I can sell it. I'm not really doing temporary machines, obviously. I am thinking of restarting them again, but with old machines I find, because someone around here is selling a Hotpoint WM53, but they want bloody £50 for it, so I'm like, not really. But on the other hand, if you can find one cheap, or like a Bosch or something. Hear that this is a really quiet dryer compared to a lot of the old ones I know. Mum's still got the Zanussi Lindo one back home. I might be going down to London this weekend, see what happens. Or up to London, talking railway terms. But yeah, it's a really relaxing dryer. I like having this going in the background. It warms the room up really nicely as well. But yeah, I might look at this. Stupidly, they've listed it as a condenser dryer though. Where we find out it's been sold. Yeah, it's gone in it. Oh no, it's here, it's here, it's here. There it is. Look, condenser tumble dryer. So, might. check the light so we get any different view, yeah? And the Wednesday blanket will probably be a lot more drier. The old dryer is missing the front part of the door, but we can clean that up, strip it down, and then see what we can do with it. This way. Move level yet. I've never heard the buzzer on this, so I'll be very intrigued to know what that sounds like. Oh, look at that. We've already finished drying. So now we do the 10-minute cool down. You've also got a light for the filter and water container if it gets too. I mean, I have my doubts that that's. Well, I don't know actually, because they were pretty dry. So let's see what happens, shall we? Interesting. Let's see what happens. reversing. There's more reversing, as you can see, because we're obviously coming to the cool down now, so we're just preventing all the wrinkles and creases. I'm amazed that that's dried that so quickly. I mean, that was, well, that did come out of a 1600 spin. Sitting there for another night. I'll film something tomorrow. There was a way to keep the light on permanently. reverse. Nearly done now. Buzzer should go off any minute now. Hope you guys have found this relaxing. I certainly find this drying quite relaxing. Reverse. It's like slide to the left, slide to the right. Take it back now, y'all. Crisscross. I'm delusional. I heard, I think Ian Eastwood said he wants to hear the A3060 ASMR. I might do that actually. Next load she does, I'll film a full final spin. Yeah, I'll film the full final spin and then I'll loop the sound of her at 1100 for like maybe about 2 or 3 hours or something as a sleep aid thing. Again, thank you all for submitting the questions. I've picked up there's a few people have asked some more questions, so I will screenshot those. And when we do our next session, I'll answer them. You guys have got some very interesting questions. I like being able to do things that can help like interact with you all. Come on, Bauknecht. Buzz buzz. Oh, it's not a buzzer, it's a freaking screaming alarm. So this is now the anti-tangle. You might see this lit up end, and this is what the machine will do. So what we do, turn the dial off, but I keep it on, and then there you go, all done. Should we see how dry they are? Blinded. I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the light. So, this is actually dried. When you do cupboard dry, there is a teeny tiny bit of dampness. Let me feel that. Yeah. Oh, it smells divine. I used Ariel, so that smells solitudinal. I don't know what Wednesday would say. This one dried as well. So I can find it. I do know it's on there, the logo somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Virgin Atlantic. So, I don't know how old that is. Probably very old. Because I don't see airlines handing out coloured blankets like that anymore. That's probably just like their 747s or their A340s. But there you go, we've got some nice clean ones now. So that's the new dryer. And then we look. Can't see into that, but it's roughly about there. And when you pour it out, it's a bit like the Zanussi, it's got a bit that pops out there to act like a pouring spout. Can't wait for Matthew to have this one. And then, should we see, you press here in there and let it fall out. And you can definitely tell we've dried. Ugh. Very woolly fluff. Picks up a lot of dust. I can't remember if anyone here has got one of these. Oh no, it's a little bit more that I didn't pick up. Usually just vacuum it out and see what happens. But yeah, there we go. Right, that's done. So there's, you have it guys, there's the new dryer, and this as well. No. No. That's what allows you to get to the heat exchanger. That is unfortunately, yeah, a little bit wet there. I'll have to sort that out. It drops as like a maintenance panel for the heat exchanger and condenser. So that's the new dryer. Temporary dryer and long-term temporary Bauknecht Dynamic Sense TRK5970 condenser dryer. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will film some more videos of this. May even do an ASMR video if you're interested. Yeah, I think that's about it. So as I say, if you want me to reveal the machines, come on, help me get to... Nah, I'm joking. Like, I don't force people to subscribe. If you want to subscribe, that's up to you. If you don't, you don't. I'm not going to force you. But yeah, we get to 9,000 subscribers. I've got a very special machine to be revealing. Got a few here that I can't wait to share. Might pick some more up, because I'm finding some childhood machines around. I found another one near Wigan, and there's one in Derby that I want. So I'm just like, freaking hell, all popping up. But yeah, I'll get this. I'm getting a vintage microwave tomorrow, actually. I think it's a Sharp Carousel one from the 80s. So I can warm up stuff and have mince pies. Lovely. Might do a video on that, actually. Alright, thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to keep it supreme and go with the flow.